Yo, what's good, homies? Kirk here. Happy New Year's to everyone. To start off the new year right, I got a video for you guys. The top worst WWE wrestlers of 2017 by WhatCulture Wresting. I seen like not a clip, I seen like a someone thumbnail, and I seen Randy Orton in the thumbnail. I'm like Randy Orton. Then again, he really, let's just get into this video. Let's see.
Alright, let's get some housework out the way first. When it comes to the idea of a worse wrestler, I struggle. This is mostly as someone who is training to be a pro wrestler.
I never knew Simon wanted to wrestle. Okay,
it's
cool.
Make
Like,
it to
like that.
WWE have something. Honestly, even a headlock takeover is hard to do and make it look all smooth and lovely. With that said, I know there are legions of fans out there who voice their disapproval towards some performers, so that's what we're going to turn our attentions to today. I'm Simon from WhatCulture, and this is indeed the 10 worst WWE wrestlers of 2017. Number 10, Dana Brooke. To be fair to Dana Brooke, she was called up far too early from NXT and has never really been allowed to
Pause. Dana Brooke didn't really do much last year besides lose the Oscar very quickly. But now she's in titles worldwide. I like that.
get momentum on the main roster. Her stop-start pushes have meant she comes and goes from TV constantly. Even if WWE gave her more time to work on her character, that would help. Don't have to just be amazing in the ring to be a good pro wrestler. Brooke has only won 3 TV matches in 2017 and 2 of
3 TV matches and a main event. That sounds OD sus, but okay.
those came on main event. So a good idea in 2018 would be to allow her to shine a bit more. She did have untapped potential at one point. That doesn't go away. It just needs to be realised, even if that does mean a quick return to the performance centre at some stage. But in terms of this year, it hasn't been the best for Dana. Knows one hell of a lot about fitness though, so you should go and follow her for that reason alone. Number 9, Titus O'Neil. Mostly here because he's just been jobbed out constantly throughout 2017. Ever since that incident with Vince McMahon, things haven't gone well for Titus. He's mostly there to take
Yeah, we got suspended last year. Got suspended for 3 months. He came back. He was like jobbing this, jobbing that. He didn't really do much. I mean, I like the idea of the titles worldwide, but you gotta win to push your brand, right? Am I right? You gotta push your brand. You gotta win to push it. I believe. I'm not right. But hopefully they can do something with this titles worldwide thing in 2018. Hopefully.
A pinfall
Go back
as
in.
and when is needed, hence why his win-loss record for the last 12 months is 5-15. Only 2 of those victories came on Raw. The real sadness here is Titus has been with the company 8 years, and seemingly they've run out of things to do with him, or just see him staying in his current role until everything comes to an end. The Titus brand stuff is fun on the one hand, but WWE never does anything with it. He should just be Apollo Crews' manager, really, and the pair's main goal should be to make Apollo the star he deserves to be. That doesn't seem to be on the cards either. So 2017 was just a bit of a dud all round for Titus. We'll see what 2018 has in store. Number 8, Big Cass. Big Cass kind of got screwed in 2017. He was just about to be given the rope he needed to improve as a performer, and then a horrific ACL injury ended his year just like that. The silver lining was it did take...
Oh, I thought he had an ankle injury. It's ACL? That's crazy. I mean, Big Cass really didn't do much in 2017 anyway, besides beat up Enzo, throw Enzo around, which was pretty cool. He had a really boring match at SummerSlam against Big Show. Enzo was a highlight of the match. That's kind of sad that Enzo is a highlight of a match that he's not even in. He's just on top of it. He's in the shark cage looking down at you and not even doing nothing. But let's go back in.
Taken away from the Enzo feud, which was falling a little flat, but no one wishes injury on anyone else. It's horrible. It didn't help he had a match with Big Show, which wasn't great either, but it's important he makes an impact when he is back and shows improvements where necessary. Ultimately, this year only existed to allow him to get out of the tag team division, but that won't mean anything unless he can capitalize on it. We shall watch.
And to be honest, he has a very trash theme song. Not theme song, well, entrance song. It's so generic and bland. It's so bleh. Okay, it's Big Cat, bleh. Like, you can't go from Angel's song to that trash, basic, generic song. It's weird.
Wait and see. Number 7, Dolph Ziggler. Another guy that's just been booked into a...
Yo, really though? I'll post with them now, by the way. But really, Dolph Ziggler though, like, Oh, yeah, he had a point.
Oblivion. Dolph Ziggler, who is clearly a good athlete and great bump taker, has been like a ship lost at sea in 2017. He just hasn't done anything of note or been allowed to either. It does feel on occasion like Ziggler may have given up a little bit. You can't blame him for that on some level. He gets bizarre story after bizarre story, then loses, and he does it again. For a man that clearly believes he should be in the main event, well, that can't be much fun. He had nothing feuds with Kalisto and Apollo Crews, wasn't given any time to do anything with Nakamura, and then had that new gimmick where he impersonated people, but they didn't go anywhere. The latter part of these 12 months has seen him thrown into the program between Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode for the US title, but you can see why a lot of people assume this is just so he can take the fall. That's no good either. Ziggler needs a complete reset in 2018, and worry he may not get it. Number 6, Tamina. Tamina's run of matches in 2017
Tamina. I've nothing to say. I've nothing to say about Tamina. I've nothing to say.
just haven't been that much to write home about. Imagine that letter too. Dear Mum, saw Tamina wrestle today. That's all I got. Love you, Simon. Clashes with Nia Jax at Survivor Series and a women's champion bout against Charlotte on SmackDown did fall a little flat. And her association with Lana never really evolved into anything. Silent Bodyguard is probably Tamina's most suited role, and that's not one where you can really shine either. What WWE does with her from this point is anyone's guess. It doesn't look like she'll be setting the world alight anytime soon. Number 5, Kane. Right. Has Kane had the best matches since he returned? Not really. But I have enjoyed seeing him and Braun Strowman smashed together as just two big dudes brawling. That's always good. The problem comes...
I love Kane. Ever since I was a little kid, I was a fan of Kane. But now, he just need to hang it up. He's done. Do one more match, retire. That's it. Kane's done. That's all I gotta say.
In the fact of who he is. Kane has been doing this a long time and has simply got to the point where he's limited in what he can do. It's just life, man. You can't fight life. Well, Vince McMahon would probably want to book such a match, but that's not the point. Kane is easily one of the best big men ever. We're simply living in an era where he's only ever going to be able to be half the performer he once was. Number 4, Lana. WWE just...
I thought Lana would have been at least number 1 on this list, but number 4 is... So who's 3, 2, and 1? I really want to see this now. I thought Lana would be number 1. Got to see her thumbnail. I thought she'd be number 1, cause I think every match she had, she lost. She's like 0 whatever for 17. I wonder who's trading you. Is it Rusev or is it someone else? Rusev is great, but yeah, but
doesn't seem to know how to use Lana properly at all. At one point, one of the most popular wrestlers on the roster, as crowds shouted her name week in and week out, her current role is just another female as part of the women's division. How that is any better than an awesome pairing with Rusev, I do not know. Instead, WWE threw her in the deep end with an out-of-nowhere title match at Money in the Bank against Naomi, which was then followed up by a 10-second loss in July. Doesn't really sound like the best strategy to me. The problem, it seemed, is that WWE knew where she was lacking, or just needed more time to improve. Didn't want to see that through. So Tamina became her bodyguard, and now that doesn't really do much of anything, as we just said. It really is crazy because she's so good in her role. But hey, what do I know? Nothing. Number 3, Jinder Mahal. Jinder's biggest problem in 2017 was that he was put into a spot he wasn't ready.
Jinder Mahal, towards the end, he proved himself that he was ready at the WWE Championship, in my opinion. But it all came left fields when he just won. I'm like, I was joking around. I said, I want Jinder to win WWE. I was joking around, but then again, it happened. I'm like, Jinder Mahal, WWE champion. Not really big fan on that. But like I said, Jinder Mahal was good towards the end of his run. But hopefully he picks it up and stay mid-card for 2018 and do his thing.
And then criticised because of that. I've no doubt if he had been built as one would have assumed he would have been, that by now, when a move into the main event scene would have made sense, he'd be a far more polished performer. But instead he had to learn on the job. When that happens, a lot of fans have given their opinion and checked out before you even get to where you need to be. He certainly came into his own in terms of his character, but he couldn't have the main event matches people wanted to see, and he suffered because of it. AJ Styles was able to pull one out of him in November 2017 when Mahal eventually lost the title, but by that stage the damage had been done. It's a real shame because there is an upside to Jinder. Just wasn't given a chance to explore that and got thrown in the deep end. Number 2, Randy Orton. Randy Orton is an excellent professional wrestler. Smooth, slick, and safe between the ropes. He carries himself like a megastar, and he's got one of the most pop-worthy finishes in the company. When it comes to 2017, though, Orton's had a tough time. The main reason for this was the fallout in his Bray Wyatt feud, where he had to have some weird WrestleMania match and that House of Horrors.
To be honest, the Bray and Randy feud wasn't the best. Like, wrestling-wise, it was terrible. Like promo back-to-back forth was cool, But when he got in the ring WrestleMania, I was like, I was checked out because all that weird shit that was happening with the ring. I'm like, nah, this is not, bro. We're in 2017. This is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. House of Horrors match was like basically a ripoff of the Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy thing in TNA. I'm like, it was weird because I didn't like the whole Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton feud. Randy Orton 2017 wasn't doing anything. Like, if I feel like he was checked out, he really didn't care. But let's get back to this. Let's finish the video.
Which still makes no sense. And he burned down a house. What was that? It got worse for the Viper, because then he was tasked with trying to make them a hall experiment work, which included a Punjabi prison match. You all know how that went. Following this, he kind of just floated throughout the rest of the year with no significant feud to speak of. As of these words coming out of my mouth, we don't know what will happen with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, leaving 2017 as a year that is best to push on from, not think too much about. Number 1, Bray Wyatt. Another man with all the...
I freaking love Bray Wyatt. As a gimmick, not a wrestler, as a gimmick. But he wasn't like, he gets pushed, lose. Like I don't get his role or what he does. Like he'll enter a feud, took all his hot garbage, and lose, then try it again and lose again. Like when you ever gonna win three feuds in a row? Where I can be, interesting. I love Bray Wyatt as a character, as a gimmick, all that. But I want him to win. He doesn't win. He doesn't win.
Talent in the world who was swallowed up by 2017 and spat out the other side as half the man he once was. Bray Wyatt's year has just been unbelievable. Aside from all the events we mentioned just now with Randy Orton, Bray also had a feud with Seth Rollins that barely started, an even more bizarre one with Finn Balor. And yes, this is when he was told to wear a shawl and pretend to be a woman named Sister Abigail. That's a tremendously hard decision to have to try and overcome. Throughout all of this too, WWE seemed to decide that because Wyatt was such a good deliverer of words, they could give him whatever script they wanted and it would work. This was a mistake. Instead, he just started to sound like he had absolutely nothing to add to anything, and then he lost in the ring time and time again. Whatever supernatural...
See? He talked a whole lot, but lost a whole lot more.
powers he was supposed to have didn't help him at all. We need something huge in 2018 for Wyatt, like a program that makes him feel like a massive threat. Alas, I can't see it happening. What a shame that really is.
Well, thank you for the list. WhatCulture Wresting. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. Comment below what else videos I can react to, quizzes I could do, challenges to do. Make sure you subscribe, and peace.